We
Are we?
ready.
We are farmers.
Dun, 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 dun.
See, everybody knows it.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hana mahana mana mahamana hamana ham. Where in the hell? Come on. Cannot be.
Running all my Christmas imaging. I love it. What are you and about?
I'm just ah trying to figure it all out. Is that it? No. There it is. About 2%. What?
He's American. He's Canadian. He's
not clear.
You're American and Canadian. That means you're bi. He lives in two places at once. What the hell is wrong with me? How is it possible? Scientists struggle to find the answer. What did I just do? Coming out and trans as an American and a Canadian body.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Are we ready? Are we really ready for this?
There's so many hockey teams that are American. The Boston Bruins, the Rangers.
Live on Mojo 50, Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Mojo 50. The question isn't who's going to let us. The question is who's going to stop us. Adjust your mojo now.
I'm not ready.
Thank you.
I'm not ready. I can't do this.
The mothership has landed. Brad Staggs. Almighty Mojo 50.
I don't know. I'm not ready. It feels too soon.
We've been working on this for an hour now.
I know,
Why
but
are
it
you not ready?
it takes me a while to get back into the groove of things. I mean, I haven't been here since what? Wednesday last week, and it was it was traumatic between then and now. So many things have happened. You know what? I think we'll start with this this wonderful story out of the beautiful state of Florida. It's a delightful Christmas story. So
I like delightful Christmas
I
stories.
think you'll like this one. This is very nice. A 35-year-old Florida woman is facing criminal charges for allegedly giving unsolicited naked lap dances to senior citizens in a private home. Heather Cruz allegedly entered a Citrus County home located in the state's West Coast Central on November 21st. She then got naked before grabbing and hugging the homeowner, according to WFLA. One of the house residents reportedly told her to stop, but instead she allegedly sat naked upon the laps of two of the home's other residents. She told one of them, "You like it. You know you like it." According to police, several of the residents were over the age of 65. When two of the residents tried to remove Cruz from the home, she allegedly grabbed one of the resident's crotch and made sexual remarks. Testicles, to be specific, just in case you were wondering. Police eventually arrived, ordered the woman to put on a shirt. After they handcuffed her and placed her in the backseat of a patrol car, she allegedly kicked one of the officers in the chest while they attempted to close the door. Yeah, that's never a good idea. There's just no need to kick. No need. If it's resisting arrest, we cannot condone that. When police tried to put her into the backseat of a different patrol car, she then allegedly kicked another officer in the chest as well. Authorities charged Cruz with 3 counts of battery on person 65 years of age or older, 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, 1 count of resisting an officer with violence, burglary with battery, exposure of sexual organs, as well as battery. She was then sent to the Citrus County Detention Facility and held on a bail amount of $48,000. It's unclear whether Cruz knew any of the residents or what compelled her to commit the alleged acts. Merry Christmas.
Jeez.
Happy holidays. From Heather Cruz to all of you. I mean, is that not just a heartwarming or at least a lap-warming story? She's a giver.
Lap warming. I like that.
She's out there giving, and some would say this is
people
no
are like,
lapping now.
stop.
Right.
Don't. Stop.
What are they, Homo sapiens or something?
Don't stop.
I think they are. I think we got ourselves a group of Homo sapiens in that home.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just uncalled for. I can think of no better way to start a Monday, the 29th day of November, 2021, than with the story of Heather Cruz, now in a jail on condition of $48,000 bail, wondering what the hell happened. She says, "I did what?" Not that any of us would ever do that, but it's just a little life reminder. Just don't do crack with strangers. You know what I'm saying?
No stranger crack.
No stranger crack at all. Well, it's been a while. I feel like we need to get reacquainted.
How are you, Brad?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Well, enough of that shit. Okay. Moving on. So the governor here of Texas, by the way, thank you for joining the Daily Mojo. For a Monday, we have officially started holiday season now. It is, Cyber Monday?
Cyber Monday. Yeah,
Cyber
today
Monday.
counts. Yeah.
We've already gone through Black Friday, Small Business
Correct.
Saturday. What was yesterday, aside from Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, Sunday. And now Cyber Monday, where you are to go on to the online community and buy stuff there. I just walked through the media center here at the Desert Air Motel, Convention Center, Disco Lounge, RV Park, former Bunny Slope. And I noticed that on the television, there was a media tour being done on one of the Dallas television stations by Amazon. And I was trying to figure out exactly who.
Describe media tour.
A media tour is when you have a group of clients or a single client, and you, over the course of a day, appear on a number of stations across the country. It used to be there was a difference between a ground media tour and a satellite media tour.
Yeah.
I think they're all satellite media tours now, because that way you don't have to,
No COVID. Yeah.
come in contact with other people. But we used to get on an airplane and travel city to city, and literally I would not know where I was until I looked at the phone on the desk, on the table next to the bed. Wake up and you go, where the hell am I? Okay, Columbus, Ohio. You get up, you go to the television station, you do your thing, you'd pack your stuff back up, you'd go back to the hotel, get your other stuff, you'd head to the airport, on to the next city. It was a glamorous life. About day number 4, you wanted to pull your hair out, but it paid well.
How long did these last?
Sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a while to be out on the road. So now you just go to one little studio, a satellite, and you are uplinked to any number of stations throughout the course of the day. Amazon apparently is doing one today, and it is, if you have a chance to see it, I highly recommend you take a look at it and let me know who or what it is that's hosting it. Because it's one of those where they have a mask, so you can't see, and I don't know. Does it matter if it was a man, woman, child? I don't know. But their name was Christian. So I could go either way, too. It's like Pat. It's give me a clue here. Give me something. Give me something. And it was just odd to look at this and see that they were promoting themselves. And when the presenter overtakes the product or the presented, there's an issue. It's kind of like Alan. What was the professor's name? The one at the pedophile. Maps.
Oh.
Eileen, whatever. And you think, okay, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, you might want to consider someone else to carry forth your message. Asking, maybe suggesting for a friend. But if you have a chance, when you see this, I'm anxious to find out whether or not you agree with me. It was just one of those moments in time where Wow, we really are in 2021, aren't we? If you want to be touched by the program today, it is not illegal in any way, shape, or form. You go to the Twitter. You can use the hashtag What I Learned Today. We're also on Facebook for the time being. We're also on YouTube. Are we still on the backup, or are we on both?
Yeah, we're on both. Yeah.
How is that possible? Have they just gotten really lax and they don't care anymore?
I don't know, dude.
I don't either. There's something
because
wrong.
we haven't even gotten. Well, we do get we get the copyright hits.
Yeah, but that's
the notifications because of the music.
right. But
But they haven't pulled us down at all.
But if we say the words hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin,
Oh man, there it goes.
then all of a sudden, and if you haven't done so yet, you can still go to America's
Maybe
Frontline
they
Doctors.
finally actually watched a show and we realized, shit, these guys aren't freaking anti-vax.
Right. Maybe. I mean, that's possible. But for now, you can catch us there and on Twitch TV. See, Toby McAvoy over on the Twitter. Sounds like a room of people who need a couple of bridge teachers. We'll be on our way.
Yep.
Do you have the option to have? Do you perform naked classes? I guess is what I'm asking. Just asking for a friend. Let's see. Oh, that's a good point. Why didn't I think of that?
What?
I think it's time.
For the announcement?
No, for
Oh,
him.
Bombs are flying, people are dying, children are crying, politicians are lying too.
Right.
Cancer is killing, text the code with billing. The whole world's gone to hell, but how are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm super! Thanks for asking. All things considered, I couldn't be better, I'm a fan. I'm feeling super, no nothing bugs me. Everything is super when you're, don't you think I look cute in this hat?
You see, you thought he was going to say,
I'm so sorry, Mr. Criminal, but I just can't feel too bad for you right now. Because I'm feeling so insanely super that even the fact that you can't walk can bring me down. He's super, thanks for asking.
thanks for asking.
Consider he could be better, he must say. I'm super, no nothing bugs me.
Nothing.
Everything is super when you're, don't you think I look cute in this hat? These little pants, this matching time, I got it firm. I'm super.
Thanks for asking.
Stick 'em up! Skittles!
Yes, he's super and he's proud to be vain.
Okay!
Everything is super when you're
Mojo.
See, now that was a way to start a Monday, was it not, Big Gay Al?
that should be our Friday show open.
You think?
I'm super.
I don't know what made me think of that. B from the SAV sounds like she was trying to spread some Christmas cheer. Yeah, and I actually did
She
that.
was spreading something.
She certainly was. Hey, I see what you did there. Whoa. I did that story on WBAP. I think it was on Friday, and I had to sanitize it just a smidge.
Of course.
Just a smidge. Now I think it is time for the announcement.
Okay.
The big announcement. Are you ready?
Yep. I'm gonna hit send. Here we go, and
Go.
boom! I hit send on the tweet just now.
This is very exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
Mojo 50 Radio,
Yes.
in partnership with Romika Designs,
Yes.
has now answered the question, can we get a cutting board with Doc Thompson's rules on it? Yes, we can. Damn.
That is the sound of happiness. Right there, the sound of happiness.
Yes, we can. If you go to mojo50.com, you'll see it right there on the front page. And I just tweeted a picture
Where did you tweet it from?
from Mojo 50 Radio. Why?
Oh, well, why didn't you tweet it from yours? I mean, why didn't
Because they have to go to mojo50.com to get it. You can't go to Romika Designs to get it. Because
Okay.
just so everybody is aware,
Could you retweet it so I can find it?
you don't see Mojo 50's?
Well, not at the moment, but I'll look.
All right, here I'll retweet it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I found it.
Okay,
I've
I
got it.
retweeted
I've
with
got it. So did I.
Romika too.
All right.
But you have to go to mojo50.com, click on it there to get to it over on the Romika site.
And we have to be honest. We had a bit of a time trying to figure out how you would qualify for the cutting board, And we
Well,
went
wait a
through.
minute. No, we haven't talked about that
Well,
yet.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying we went through. Tell us why you want the wood.
No, we haven't said we're giving one away yet.
Oh, are we giving one away? Holy crap, we're giving one away? No way. Are we really?
Yes, we are. We're gonna give one away. We don't know what to do yet. So there now Brad can pick up and go.
Why
"We're
you
giving
want
one
the
away."
wood?
Yeah, why do you want the wood? Tell me all the ways
You want the
you
wood.
want the wood.
Or perhaps they could send us a picture of their meat.
On the wood.
On the wood. Your meat on the wood.
Oh.
Or send us a picture of the wood that you would make the meat on.
Yeah.
You
So-
2,000 word essay? We could do a 2,000 word essay.
All right.
How about your firstborn? You could send us send Ron your firstborn.
There you go. Yeah, I don't need any more kids. but
Perhaps
thanks.
$100 bill.
Nope, I'm good.
No, $100 bill. You just write all the reasons why you love Ron on the back of $100 bill and send it to me. That could be another way to. I still can't believe we're giving one of these away. I think that's crazy.
The orders are already flowing. Thank you, everybody who's placing an order for these. I know you've been waiting for them. It just took me a while to figure out how to do the image.
Well, okay, what is it about putting a piece of meat on Doc Thompson's face and slicing it up?
No, it took me a while to figure out how to do the image on the cutting board, but we can now. Just so you know, the two pictures you see there, you have a larger cutting board and a smaller one with a handle. We're giving away the larger cutting board, or we're giving away one of those. We don't know how or why. I mean, how we're giving it away yet, but we'll talk about that. But on the larger cutting board, there is an option when you choose to place the order. There's an option for having it portrait like you see it, or landscape where the picture's on the left and the words are on the right. So you just have to make that choice when you make your purchase.
You just have to make that choice. Make that choice. So there you have it. That was the announcement, right?
That's the announcement.
That is the big announcement.
Along with the fact that now, if you want to place an order, if you go through Mojo 50's shop page to get to Romika,
Yes.
then everything purchased at Romika will support and benefit Mojo 50 Radio. So we encourage you to do that.
The one thing that we did not touch was our tuna.
Thank you for not touching my tuna.
Well, just a little public service announcement. You have
Thank
to be careful when cutting your tuna on a cutting board. You just want to
That's
make
true.
sure of that.
That is a true story.
I'm asking. Let's see.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
That was not what I was looking for either. I was actually looking for, and we'll have the method by which you can win the big wood coming up sooner or later. But first, a word about Omicron.
Wow.
What?
Holy crap.
We needed something to make Omicron stand out.
Yeah, it works.
Is this working?
Yeah, it worked fine.
Omicron.
Omicron.
If Delta didn't scare the hell out of you, Omicron will.
There you go.
That work?
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to scare the shit out of people. The new Omicron variant, if you haven't heard, it's new, it's improved, it's better than ever, now comes without gluten for those of you who are gluten intolerant. The Omicron variant, the Omicron variant causes unusual but mild symptoms, according to the South African Medical Association head. I think they could have structured that sentence just a little bit there, but, it's Omicron. It's the newest variant of concern of the virus that causes COVID-19. Causes unusual symptoms, but those symptoms, they say, are mild, according to that top South African doctor. South African doctor? Dr. Angelique Coetzee. Okay, she sounds like a porn star. Am I wrong?
Quetzy?
No, Angelique? Come on. Angelique. I mean, I love the name,
Yeah.
but Angelique Coetzee practices in Pretoria, the capital of South Africa, one of the countries where the Omicron CCP virus variant was first detected earlier this month, because we now cannot call it, the South African variant. It has to be the Omicron variant. And we also did, was it you telling me they skipped over the other two letters? The Delta,
The new
the new, and the other
she.
one, she.
XI. Yeah.
They,
And I'm not sure whether they skipped over new, but somebody had said that.
No,
but
I think they
definitely-
did.
They definitely skipped over she. XI.
you know, the Chinese really should learn how to spell. I mean, she is SHE, not XI.
Well, and I think it's pronounced something different in.
Sure it is. Sure it is. So the doctor recalled seeing a variety of patients enter with symptoms not associated with other CCP virus strains, including a high pulse rate. Their symptoms were so different and so mild from those I had treated before. She told the Telegraph, most of the patients who turned up to her clinic have tested positive for COVID-19 felt tired. I can relate. Other symptoms included sore muscles and a slight cough. There are no prominent symptoms of those infected. Some are currently being treated at home. It almost sounds like a flu variant, doesn't it? It almost sounds like, every year when they do the, get your flu shot, and I have to choose the variant. I mean, I'm not suggesting that COVID is the flu by any stretch. Most common symptoms from earlier variants included fever, dry cough, loss of taste or smell, though some patients are known to have suffered from fatigue. I have a good friend who is still suffering from long-haul COVID, and he's exhausted all the time. Small subset of the infected require hospital care for their symptoms. Deaths are mostly among the elderly and people with serious underlying health conditions like obesity and kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
But that's great because doctors can no longer say that we are morbidly obese. Ron? You, me, and Jeffy, we're no longer, they can't use those terms because they would hurt somebody's feelings. I'm not kidding. That's actually, they've decided that using morbidly obese is not, it's not woke. So.
Not woke.
No, it's not woke. So remember, people with Omicron were also identified in Botswana and later detected in a slate of other areas, including Hong Kong. Aha! That's China, right? Hong Kong is China, isn't it?
I think so.
All right, just making sure. The United Kingdom and the Netherlands, many nations have barred or restricted travel from Zuid-Afrika over the variant, citing concerns. Zuid-Afrika. You have to say it right, otherwise you sound like a tourist. You don't want to go in there and say, hey, welcome to South Africa. It's Zuid-Afrika. It's like going to Minnesota and calling it Minnesota and not calling it Minnesota. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You don't want to sound like a dumbass, a tourist, when you go to Zuid-Afrika. So go in when you get there. Hi, I'm so happy to be here in Zuid-Afrika. Is there any water? Mojo Buckeye says, can we get a fund going to buy Brad a label maker for the buttons? Sadly, it's the buttons are labeled. They're not labeled in English, but they are labeled.
They are labeled.
Yeah, they are labeled in bright yellow even. Deuce 5, all of this talk about wanting the wood and no mention of beavers? Preposterous. Well, do we have to hit you over the head with it? Seriously. Ron, if you just did at Romika, a cutting board with a beaver on it.
I can do that.
I'm just saying. I think
Cutting
it might
board
sell.
with a beaver.
Just to cut it, that's it. It's like the hashtag FJB shirt. IYKYK. Yeah, I've really got to do something about shedding the gray hair. It shows up on black. If you know. But you can also get the FJB T-shirt at mojo50.com. Let's see. Many nations barred say the African scientists reported Friday that little is known yet about Omicron.
I heard son of a bitch.
You know how hard it is to be a trendsetter? Do you have any idea? No, of course you don't. It is not easy being me. So they're trying to gather more information about its transmissibility, whether it can evade immunity bestowed by vaccines, blah, 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 blah. But in the meantime, everybody panic. I think that is the underlying message in all of this. Make sure that you panic. Make sure that you show everyone that you are terrified of the Omicron variant, and that will appease our leaders. Will it not? I mean, that's what they're trying to do. Apparently, the terror from the Delta variant was waning, so now it's Omicron. Son of a
Omicron.
It's a contractual thing. So we've now got this new variant that you have to be terrified of because it will make parts of your organs fall off. Do you know if that actually did happen? You know how, if one of the variants made your testicles just fall out? You know, you're standing there.
That's not a good plan.
Boom, boom. Damn it. No, I mean, you know how fast men would get vaccinated? They'd be like, oh, you'd be getting vaccinated before you heard the second bloop.
Yep.
And before you heard the poof. If you know, you know. So it's highly transmissible, but they have no idea what it does. You might have a rapid pulse rate, but really that's it. So we've already suspended travelers from South Africa. And remember, the United States ban on travelers from South Africa was driven by a desire to better understand Omicron, according to health official Dr. Anthony Fauci. He was on television over the weekend. And let me just tell you, we've got to ban all these South African people from coming into this country. You know why? Because Omicron. That's it. So if you're duly terrified now of this new variant, we have done our job as part of the media. And really, that's all the news you need to know today. Just walk around being terrified. And you can feel good about yourself. You've done your part for humanity. Isn't it time we all died off and forget about all this crap?
Yeah, that.
I think that's probably a better idea.
Happily promoting the 4 F's. Freedom, faith.
Clear.
Omicron.
Let's see. Can we get the Twitter feed on the TV?
What, so they can show boobs?
I guess. I don't know.
Tried to.
Florida Man in Exile. And then what are Romika coins? Oh, that's the loyalty program.
Are they EFTs? No, NFTs?
They are not.
You don't even know what an NFT is.
Yeah, near field.
No, you're so dumb.
Oh
It's a non-fungible token.
Oh, non-fungible token. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Add real Brad Staggs saying Omicron to the list of sounds I want for my phone's text alerts.
Omicron.
That's brilliant.
That's what they want. They want us all
let
terrified.
Let me go quiet. Here, I'll go silent. You do it. Ready?
3, 2.
Omicron.
There you have it. All yours. Oh, man. What? This can't be real.
What is that?
What is what? It's a phone. This just in. Was this like we had a time warp here? Jussie Smollett.
Oh, the February the 1st, 2020 tweet by Joe Biden. Brilliant. Who was that? State Lines Zucker posted just now on Twitter. I think all this stuff happens just to make people look like dumbasses.
Wow.
The Daily Mojo.
Wow. State Line Soccer hit it on the head. Retweeting Joe Biden from February 1st, the year 2020. Excuse me, that requires this.
Yeah.
Trump further diminished the U.S. in the eyes of the world by expanding his travel ban. This new African ban is designed to make it harder for black and brown people to immigrate to the United States. It's a disgrace, and we cannot let him succeed.
Wow, what did Joe Biden do over the weekend?
Well, technically, South Africa.
Yeah.
Bunch of whiteys live there. Let's see. This just tweeted by WLBT. 3 on your side. Jussie Smollett trial. The Osundario brothers take center stage. And I thought this must have been like a time warp thing. But apparently they have two brothers stand at the center of the case. The prosecutors will lay before the jurors when the trial of Jussie Smollett begins this week. Did you have any idea that the trial was beginning this week?
I had none.
No,
Zero
because
idea.
exactly, which is just the way they wanted it. Former Empire actor contends he was the victim of a racist and homophobic assault in downtown Chicago. Remember when that happened? And there was one, Doc Thompson, who said, something's not right. Something's not right. And sadly, he did not make it to the point to be vindicated. He was right. Doc was right.
Yep.
Another shirt, hashtag Doc was right. Because this happened January 19th, January 2019. Smollett accused. Sorry, you know the rest of the story. The bottom line is this. The trial starts this week. But now I would venture to say that if you believe that Jussie Smollett lied, that in fact you are a racist. Wouldn't you think? I mean, I'm just guessing, but I'm guessing that.
Is that where we're at with this now?
Are you kidding? If you believe that Jussie Smollett lied, you're a racist. You're nothing but a stupid pig. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Dr. Fauci was on the television over the weekend, and he was on CBS talking with Margaret Brennan, whatever the hell her name is. He had some things to say.
Why do you feel so strongly about that, about staying on the job when you become, I mean, you were personally, not just rhetorically, threatened? Your security, your safety, your family.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
I dealt with it by focusing on what my job is. From the time that I went into medicine to the right now where I am at my age, my job has been totally focused on doing what I can with the talents and the influence I have to make scientific advances to protect the health of the American public.
At the expense of, other Americans. Read the book Robert F. Kennedy Jr. did on me. You'll see. I did just that.
So anybody who spends lies and threatens and all that theater that goes on with some of the investigations and the congressional committees and the Rand Pauls and all that other nonsense, that's noise, Margaret. That's noise.
That's noise, Margaret. That's noise. It's just noise. Remember, if you're criticizing Anthony Fauci, you're criticizing science. Science. Hold on. Science. Omicron. Just a little reminder.
I know what my job is.
Senator
My job is to make the American people miserable.
Cruz told the Attorney General you should be prosecuted.
Yeah. I'd have to laugh.
Wow, is that an evil laugh or what? Mm-hmm. This guy's Mengele. I'm sorry, just this guy is... He can...
But that...
Nobody can throw me under the
I should be prosecuted. What happened on January 6th, Senator?
Wow.
Well, what the hell does that have to do with Fauci?
Wow. 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 This guy is the evil emperor. He's the evil emperor wrapped in a Mengele suit. This guy is like pure evil and getting away with it.
Do you think that this is about making you a scapegoat to deflect from President Trump?
Of course. You have to be asleep not to figure that one out.
Well, you have to be asleep. Funny, because I'm not even thinking about Trump when I think about Dr. Fauci. I'm only thinking about Dr. Fauci. Trump doesn't even enter into my mind at this point. He's living in y'all's brain rent-free, apparently, but not in mine.
Well, there are a lot of Republican senators taking aim at this. I mean,
that's okay. I'm just going to do my job.
In other words, he's going to continue doing whatever the hell he wants, which now apparently includes rhesus monkeys. So the Beagle story went nowhere. I mean, there was a little outrage for a couple of days and then nothing. And it was, let's see, when did this come about? The White Coat Waste Project. He's been in the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases has been conducting cruel experiments on rhesus monkeys to test the effectiveness of vaccines Among other things, Epic Times says NIAID spent $13.5 million in taxpayer-funded funding on experiments that involve injecting rhesus monkeys with various infectious diseases, including Ebola and the Lassa virus that result in hemorrhaging, pain, brain damage, loss of motor control, organ failure. There was a time, again, that I thought, all right, you've got to do these things. Yeah, and you do. I mean, if you're going to come up with vaccines and medicines for humans, do you want to experiment on humans to see if they work or animals?
Animals. No doubt. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what else. You got a choice. Animals, I guess you could do computer. I'm not a scientist, never even played one. Dentist thing possibly gives me more cred here, but you could do computer models, maybe, but you got to test it on somebody or something. Strangely, though, when they did the vaccine, when they did the COVID vaccine, according to the book by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., none of the animals made it out alive. Weird. Of course, that didn't, for whatever reason, get reported. Just like the whole control group with the vaccine. Now, they stopped the control group right in the middle of the whole test. Yeah, well, never mind. We don't need the control group. It's far too important. We got to start injecting the control group. These are just facts. To many of these experiments, Fauci and his staff intentionally withheld pain relief, even though these are some of the most excruciating experiments in the federal government, according to Justin Goodman, the VP of Advocacy and Public Policy for the White Coat Waste Project. Goodman says it's very unlikely Fauci was not aware of the experiments due to the amount of money spent and that they are happening in his own laboratories. Fauci controls an enormous amount of money, which is why he has an enormous amount of power. That's no secret. No secret at all. He controls a great deal of the budget, if not all of the budget, for the National Institutes of Health. He doles out this money to organizations around the country, and therefore they're going to say whatever he wants. You can call it a conspiracy theory, but to me, following the money isn't a conspiracy theory. It's the way the world works. Haven't people on both sides of the aisle said that? I mean, that's the whole thing with the left criticizing Trump. You know, it's always about him making money.
True.
So if that's true, then why isn't, I mean, what is St. Fauci? Is he immune to that? I don't think so. So especially when you look at Johns Hopkins and everything that they've come out with, all of the pro-vaccine and anti-COVID and the lockdowns and everything else, they've come out with, backing everything that this guy has said down the line. There is a doctor by the name of Mary Talley Bowden. Have you seen her?
I have not.
She is pretty amazing. She has been canceled by a lot of folks. Well, and I say a lot of folks, she's been canceled by a lot of people who want her gone, including the hospital where she was working. This woman, Dr. Bowden, I retweeted a couple of her tweets this morning. She's an ENT and sleep medicine doctor. She's an advocate for price transparency at healthcare. She wants to empower patients and their providers, mom of 4 boys. She's on the Twitter at MDBreathe, BREATHE, at MDBreathe. I recommend you follow her, at least to find out what she's all about. But she is one of the first, and likely not by any stretch of the imagination, the last doctor to be essentially hunted down by the AMA. That was one of the things our director of global security, himself a former medic and SEAL in service of our country, and his question this whole time is, where are the doctors who are dissenting with the opinions of the NIH and all of these government agencies who arguably have an agenda when independent doctors out there are being silenced and canceled. So the AMA, according to the story over at, this is at Uncanceled News, and this was written by Dr. Joseph Mercola, the AMA explicitly teaches doctors how to deceive patients and the media when asked tough questions about COVID-19.
Why would they teach them to?
They are behind this. They are behind this. Well, here's a story of Mary, and this is after she was forced to resign from Houston Methodist after she would not go along with the narrative. And she's very, very down to earth, very folksy.
Hello, I'm Mary Tally Bowden. Believe it or not, this is my first press conference. I ask you to be nice. I have four very protective boys that know how to access my Twitter account, and they have no filter. So please be nice.
I have 4 sons that'll kick your ass, so you might want to play nice.
It's hard for me to believe that I'm sitting here. About a week and a half ago, my frustrations came to a head and sent an email to my patients. And I'm a small practice. I'm a solo physician. I've been here for 2 years. I started off with the intention of just doing ear, nose, and throat and sleep medicine, and somehow stumbled into COVID. I was just responding to what my patients were asking me to do. They wanted to get tested because they didn't have access to testing. And I found a way to do that. And I never rationed testing. I provided access when access was hard to come by. So over the span of the pandemic, I've been open 7 days a week. I've tested over 80,000 people, and I have treated about 2,000 people. I'm a good doctor. I fight for my patients. I treat my patients the way I would want myself treated. I've been on the other end of the patient-physician relationship. As a mom of 4 boys, I basically spent 5 years as a patient, 5 straight years of pregnancy. So I know what it's like. And when I opened this practice, my intention was to treat people the way I would want to be treated as a patient, and to treat people the way I would treat a loved one. And that is how I have treated my patients during COVID.
She has been forced to resign after not towing the company line at Houston Methodist.
Yeah.
So she's got her own practice out there. I retweeted another one of her tweets. She is looking for a primary care doctor to work with or for her. Tweet says, help wanted. I'm looking for an unvaccinated primary care doctor who believes in early treatment for COVID to join my team. Flexible hours. I have thousands of patients looking for a new PCP, primary care physician. You will be busy. My clinic is located in Houston. And it's tagged hashtag job search. So she believes in the early treatment. She believes in the ivermectin, the hydroxychloroquine, all that other stuff. But for whatever reason, the AMA is out there hunting down doctors like this. And the bizarre thing is, well, for instance, the case of what's this guy's name? Sun, is it Ng? The last name NG? Is it Ng?
I would say Ng.
I think it's Ng. I'm probably pronouncing it
Yeah.
wrong. In any event, he's a retired contractor from Hong Kong. He traveled from there to Illinois to celebrate his only granddaughter's first birthday. He got COVID. He was near death in a Chicago area hospital. All of the other options were exhausted. The hospital refused to give Mr. Ng a generic FDA-approved drug with an extraordinary safety record that a doctor believed could save his life. I believe it was ivermectin. Finally, the judge, the family sued. And this is not the first time. I've personally know of stories where the doctors have refused to treat patients with ivermectin. It's bizarre. I mean, this guy's on his deathbed. What's the worst that could happen? He dies? Okay. Well, I'm not going to be the one who's given him the dangerous death-causing drug. So the judge in this case asks the hospital's counsel, what's the downside? So, if a man is dying of COVID in the ICU and all else has been tried, why not order a hospital to give a safe last-ditch drug? Edward Hospital is located near Chicago. They offered 3 arguments as to why Mr. Sun Young Eng, again, apologies for mispronouncing, 71 years old, should not be given ivermectin. Here are the 3 reasons that he should not, in their words, be given ivermectin. There could be side effects.
So?
Yeah, guys, yeah, right? I mean, his testicles may fall off. I don't know. It beats being dead, I think. Ordering ivermectin would violate its policies. Funny how the hospital's policies are important, but when it comes to personal beliefs and morals and religious objections, those aren't important. But the hospital's policies are important. Remember that. And this last one, this is priceless. The last reason they gave was because forcing the issue would be extraordinary judicial overreach. Let that one sink in for a minute. Extraordinary judicial overreach to give this guy, to have the court suggest to the hospital that they must give this guy ivermectin. Gee, where have I seen extraordinary judicial overreach lately? On each argument, the county circuit judge, Paul Fullerton, firmly disagreed. You know how I feel about judges. I can't think of a more extraordinary situation than when we are talking about a man's life, he said in a November 5th decision that is a model of rational decision-making in an irrational era. Again, this is over on one of the Reddit, or this is on Rescue Substack. Is that the same thing as a Reddit Substack?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm not that hip. I'm not forcing this hospital to do anything other than to step aside, he continued in a Zoom hearing. I'm just asking or not asking. I'm ordering through the court's power to allow Dr. Bain to have the emergency privileges and administer this medicine. So he's not even ordering the hospital. He's saying, get out of this doctor's way so he can give the guy the ivermectin. Hospital ultimately stepped aside. Dr. Alan Bain, an internist, administered a 5-day course of 24 milligrams of ivermectin from the 8th through the 12th of November. Eng, who with his wife Ying had come from Hong Kong to celebrate their granddaughter's birthday, was able to breathe without a ventilator within 5 days. He, in fact, removed the endotracheal himself. You ever had one of those?
I have not.
Is that the thing that goes down your throat?
I think so. I don't know. Well, I don't know what endotracheal is.
What? Well, I do.
As opposed to like a tracheostomy.
I know what it is. I just didn't know if you knew what it was. I'm not telling you.
Endotracheal tube.
Right. He left the ICU Tuesday.
Yep, it goes in.
Goes down your throat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Those things are, when you wake up, I've had one, but when I woke up, it was already out, but you could tell like that something big had been in my mouth. Bring out your dead. So, again, what is they're terrified of getting their funding yanked. That's what all of these, it's the only conclusion I can figure. That they're all terrified of having the money yanked from the National Institutes of Health and Dr. Mengele. It is amazing. Alan Trotter says, judicial overreach, that's just silly. They don't believe in that. Exactly. Over in the Facebook chat room. What did Debbie ask? She asked a great question, according to Jamie, but I don't know where the question is. So we'll just agree with Jamie and say, yeah, that was a great question. It's amazing to me that this continues to happen. Although I don't know why. Maybe people are starting to wake up. And Rebel Patriot says that means Fauci is the king of noise. True that. Maybe people are starting to wake up. Maybe they're starting to listen. I don't know. I'll be surprised, but then that's why they've come out with the new Omicron variant. To terrify you, because Omicron, doesn't it sound terrifying? It sounds like a transformer.
Exactly. Every time you do that, that's what I hear.
Right. So I was looking for
Optimus Prime.
Right. I was looking for our transformer. I can't find it anywhere. And it's labeled, and I still can't find it. There's a great video that I retweeted of J.P. Sears.
Oh, I saw it.
I have to admit, Dave G was right. I mean, I still think Dave G wants to sleep with him. Whatever, I don't care.
Dave G likes it.
He does. I mean, I think it's the hair. He does have nice hair. For a ginger, he's got long hair.
Long hair.
Long locks. He used to do like a health and fitness channel. Much like the Hodge twins. He had this health and fitness channel on YouTube, and he moved to California. He was a life coach for a while, and then finally he caught on doing the satire. I'm surprised they haven't yanked him off of YouTube as well. It probably has to do with money. He's probably bringing them in enough money that they are not going to touch his channel. It's not like they're hypocrites or anything, is it? I can't imagine. It's not if, but when things really truly fall to hell in a handbasket, and that is why it's important to know about preparewithmojo50.com. That is your special, secret, magical portal to My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply, they're good people. They have, I've been knowing them for a long time now. I've been knowing them. Haven't you been knowing them? I have been knowing them for a long time. They're good people. Right now, you can get their 3-month emergency food supply. You can save $100. Do you know how much more you can save? Let's say if you bought 3 of them. Quick pop quiz, hot shot. How much money would you save if you bought 3 of the 3-month emergency food supply?
$200.
If you save $100 on 1, how many would you save on 3?
$300.
Did you say you're an accountant once?
I'm not. That's the point.
Wait a minute. Didn't you, a tranche? Isn't that your word?
Tranche?
Isn't that an accounting word?
Well, I guess so.
Okay. Well, then you know that and you don't know. Never mind.
Wow, you remembered that?
Are you kidding? Every time I hear the word tranche, now I think of you.
Holy crap.
I think I've heard the word tranche 5, maybe 6 times in my entire life. And now every time. So if you do feel unfortunate and uncertain about the future, you're not alone. Nor are you, Ron.
Okay.
You're not alone. There are other people out there who know what a tranche is. And strangely enough, other companies that do emergency food supplies have run out of supplies. I think they may be back in stock, but it's kind of weird how if you're doing an emergency food supply company, you run out of stuff to make it with. Just saying. They didn't run out over at My Patriot Supply. So when you are thinking about how to survive the shitstorm that's coming, make sure that you go to preparewithmojo50.com and be ready for whatever it is the universe is about to throw at you, because it's going to be ugly. Original Georgia Peach says, Real Brad Staggs, you know the saying, money talks, BS walks. Yep, money doesn't just talk, it screams. Deuce 5 with the Omicron transformer. I'd say, and the whole skipping the Chinese, I mean, even, okay, is that, I don't know if it's true or not. Ron said it, and he lies half the time. So I don't know, but would it surprise you if it was true?
No.
Me either.
Not at all.
It wouldn't even begin
I need to find out if that's how, I don't think that's how Greek pronounces it.
Okay. How Greek pronounces it?
Pronunciation.
I mean, the Greeks or how Greece? While you're looking for that.
XI. Let's see.
I think it's G.
How to pronounce correctly the Greek letter pronunciation. Let's see.
Did you type in correctly?
Oh, man. No, I just got a freaking ad because I'm on a different computer.
You know, if you get the premium, you don't have to sit through the pre-rolls. While you're waiting for that, there was a great opinion piece in the New York Post, back in October. Don't know how missed it. If TSA agents won't get jabbed, why not re-examine the whole ridiculous show? Heading home for the holidays? Prepare for massive security delays. Thanks to a coming shortage of TSA agents. Only 40% of TSA workers vaccinated. This was at the time, ahead of the looming deadline for all federal workers to be vaccinated, November 22nd, just 3 days before Thanksgiving. This is shaping up to be a miserable Thanksgiving holiday for airline passengers, according to industry analyst Henry Hartvelt. Prepare for doomsday and be pleasantly surprised if it's better than that. With most COVID-19 restrictions ended, 52% of Americans plan to travel over Turkey Day, up from the normal 33%, according to a survey by PricewaterhouseCoopers. 40% of travelers intend to fly. Fine. The TSA is looking at a contingency plan with managers filling unvaccinated agent shifts. That's plainly not enough to replace up to 60% of the frontline workforce. Chuck Schumer suggests using dogs. After 2 decades of America taking off its shoes and getting felt up, after endless tests wherein agents failed to spot knives and explosives, after, per the Government Accountability Office, at least 16 people involved in terrorist plots have flown dozens of U.S. flights with the TSA, stopping not one of them, how about a re-examination of the whole TSA dog and pony show? Israel does the same job far differently and faster. Do you know what they do?
No.
They focus on suspicious passengers and behavior. What a concept, right? It's
Sounds reasonable, yes.
It's long past time for America to rethink this security theater. I couldn't agree more. Tell me exactly what it is that we benefit by having the TSA exist. Anybody? Anybody?
I don't know.
Bueller? I don't either. No idea. I mean, they put up those little, and yes, there are nice people within the TSA. They put up those little signs when you walk through the queue at airports. This gun found by Agent blah-blah-blah on the blah-blah-blah day of blah-blah-blah. Dear blah-blah-blah. One more gun stopped from entering a... There's no music, by the way. Stopped from entering a plane. In any event...
Why is there no music?
I don't know, but since it says 0, I'm stopping talking and saying there's more of your Daily Mojo next.
All right, you're clear.
How do you know?
What the hell?
How do you know?
Why is there no music? What is going on?
That would be... You should ask Ron. He's in charge of that.
I'm not even hearing anything.
Have we been talking to ourselves for the past 20 minutes?
No. Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
Hang on. I got to get over to that machine.
You go. You go now.
Wow.
Here's my
That's-
shot face.
That's weird. That machine is showing...
Porn?
Yeah, the time is off on that machine. But it's just like happened in the last little bit.
Stop surfing porn on that machine.
Let's see, how do I do this?
I don't know, but while you're doing that...
There's that.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving...
I'm kicking it around, too.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Researchers are working to learn more about the new COVID variant first identified in South Africa, the so-called Omicron variant, prompting a number of countries, including the U.S., to impose travel bans and other restrictions. Japan, the latest country to announce it is closing its borders. The BBC's Rupert Wingfield-Hayes in Tokyo.
This does not affect Japanese nationals. It does not affect residents, and it doesn't affect people who have multiple entry visas to Japan. But it will affect everybody else. That means foreign businessmen and women, obviously, and students and tourists. Tourists were not going to be allowed in anyway, but so it's essentially...
After a long, hard night, I am exhausted. I need something that will stimulate me. That's why I start each day with Ron's sexual chocolate. It really gets me off to work. Find the flavor that stimulates you and gets you off to work at AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Mommy, Daddy, is it legal for an obese man to ride on reindeers?
Mojo 50. Merry Christmas!
Supply line interruptions are definitely here to stay, especially given the incredible talent we have working at the U.S. Transportation Department. However, you don't need to fear these interruptions. You can be prepared. Go to preparewithmojo50.com. That's preparewithmojo50.com.
This is your Liberty Minute for Monday, day 624 of 15 days to flatten the curve. A new poll from Yahoo News and YouGov reports 77% of Americans say inflation is impacting their lives. Most people polled blame...
I think so.
Do you?
Yeah, over the last 30 minutes, that machine lost 3.5 minutes of time.
Was it abducted?
No, I've got a program on here that's running that keeps the time updated.
You should get your money back.
I guess. That's weird.
Mexico wants the U.S. to offer vaccines, provide health care, and fund shelters and non-government agencies to care for illegal aliens. Hell, that's more than U.S. citizens get from the government. Get the daily Liberty Minute anytime at liberty-lighthouse.com. Until tomorrow, protect your liberties. Once they're gone, there's no getting them back. If we weren't so bad,
to puppy rape.
I like to cuss.
Do I want to keep my penis?
Cat wants some black titties.
we wouldn't be so good. Mojo 50.
The mothership has landed.
Don't forget to head to mojo50.com. Front page, you will find not only the Mojo 50 2021 Christmas ornament. You can't buy this anywhere, but you can get it as a gift. You can give it as a gift if you'd like to. Any donation of $25 or more to Mojo 50 will get you said ornament right there off of the front page, mojo50.com. Plus, the Doc Thompson's rules to live by cutting boards are also there on the front page of mojo50.com. And again, those don't have to have a donation, or they do?
No. The cutting boards are for purchase. The donations are for the ornaments. And I will tell you, I've been getting some comments or questions today. If you want something specific on the cutting board, like another phrase or something like that down at the bottom, or just something different, there are some notes when you place your order. Or you can send an email to info@romikadesigns.com. Just ask me if I can do it. If I can do it, I'll do it for you. It's not a problem.
Ron, is there really anything you can't do?
No. What are you doing there, Brad?
I am bedazzling my beard.
It's Christmas, so you're
It is.
decorating your tree?
Deck the beard with lights of glowing. Fa ra 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 ra.
Lights of glowing.
I would like to thank Effin' Florida Man for the bling. And it is some bling. Let me just get you a nice zoomed in picture there. It is some nice bling. You know, it really frightens me how much more I look like Santa Claus every day.
I know, dude.
It really is not a good look for me. But I do like the lights right over the hashtag FJB shirt.
But they do keep the goatee beard-ish thing hanging down, though.
They do keep it. It's more of a hang down. It is more of a hang. There's light on the hang down now. Yeah. And that's important, especially when you get to be my age. But these are fabulous. I don't know where you found them, Effin' Florida Man, but and I'm assuming that it was Effin' Florida Man's birthday. I mean, I can't imagine that just out of the goodness of his heart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it had to have been his birthday. And as you know, it is a tradition here at Mojo 50 to send the hosts birthday gift for your birthday. So thank you, Effin' Florida Man, for doing that. And I now feel complete. I now feel complete. Pirate Brad for Christmas, he says, effing Florida man in exile. Speaking of exile, the woke mob over at, where'd my mouse go? How many men have had to say that? The woke mob at Arizona State University, they are upset. They are not happy. They are scared. Would you like to know what they are scared about?
Please, enlighten me.
They want a certain student to be expelled from campus immediately because of their trauma following an event that said student was involved with last week. I think it was last week. Yeah. Last week.
Okay.
Maybe the week before. Following the news that dozens of colleges and universities across America were offering therapy for students traumatized by the Rittenhouse verdict,
Oh my God.
Arizona State University activists decided to up the ante, demand that white supremacist and bloodthirsty murderer Rittenhouse be deprived of an education. According to the Gateway Pundit, in addition to issuing their woke demands, radical student organizations like Miche.
How can you even talk about that? The dude was acquitted.
Well, says a jury, but that doesn't mean he really isn't guilty if you ask the president. Although technically the president said, we got to abide by the verdict. May not be happy. We've got to abide by it. Students for Socialism, Students for Justice in Palestine, and the Multicultural Solidarity Coalition, plus White Students Unite. I made that last one up because you can't have an organization called White Students Unite. Are you kidding? The other three are planning a rally this week to get murderer Kyle Rittenhouse off the campus. He is a student at ASU, but he's not on campus and is enrolled as an online student. He has, however, expressed interest in attending classes in person at the school. Despite him only attending the college virtually, protesters are ridiculously calling students and faculty to attend the rally in order to protect students from a violent, bloodthirsty murderer. Quote, even with a not guilty verdict from a flawed justice system, Kyle Rittenhouse is still guilty to his victims and the families of those victims. Join us to demand from ASU that these demands be met. Really?
I would demand your ass right up. I would demand that you make way for me as I entered the campus and sat.
I'd recommend that you go to a creative writing class and come up with a way to not use demand twice in the same sentence. Join us to demand from ASU that these demands be met.
Damn it.
What? I mean, seriously, if you're going to put something...
Kyle Rittenhouse, I would take my ass straight up to that campus and go, here I am.
Excuse me. May I have some more food, please? Their demands are withdraw Kyle Rittenhouse from ASU, release a statement against white supremacy and racist murderer Kyle Rittenhouse. 3, reaffirm support for the Multicultural Center on campus as a space safe from white supremacy. This is the same school. Remember that the 2 white dudes were sitting at the table and the 3 black chicks walked up and they're like, hey, you white dudes can't be here in the Multicultural Center because it's not for white dudes. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Remember that? Because, what they were doing wasn't racist, of course, because it's 2 white dudes. They also want redirected funding from ASU PD. Oh, must be police department. To support the Multicultural Center and establishment of a care center on campus. That's care. That's the is that American? What's care? CAARE.
CAARE.
Yeah, that's.
I thought you were talking about like child care.
No, it's isn't it something?
Center for Avian Adoption.
That's it. They have a thing about birds there on campus.
Center for Avian Adoption, Rescue, and Education.
They really want birds to thrive on campus and don't want cops. I think they're crazy down there.
Okay, all right. Now we've gone over the edge.
Right.
Not that we weren't before, but now we've gone over the edge.
Right. We want
They should send these people home, tell them you are not allowed to get a degree because you're an idiot.
Right. I mean, the irony is that these people are in college and they don't know shit from Shinola. That's the amazing thing. In addition to the protest and ridiculous list of demands, ASU student Skina Booya. Okay, I can get behind that name. Booya. Skina Booya started a change.org petition against the jury's verdict. Petition against the jury's verdict. That's funny. Stop.
How many petition signers does it take to change a jury verdict?
That's a good question. Hang on, let's look. They have so far gathered. They are only looking for 1,000 signatures, and they have 828 so far. Kyle Rittenhouse should not be allowed to attend ASU. So they're just short of their 1,000 signature goal. And here's why he should not be allowed to attend the ASU. 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 people, killing 2, badly injuring another, as we all know him now today as Bicepless Boy, during a protest during a protest which was followed by the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Okay, these people are really dumber than dirt. It wasn't followed by the police shooting of Jacob Blake. It was following the shooting of Jacob Blake. Wow, they are really dumb. Under Wisconsin law, any person under 18 years of age who possesses or goes armed with a dangerous weapon is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor, except for the fact that they dropped that charge because it didn't apply. Friday, November 19th, Kyle Rittenhouse found not guilty on all counts. This is absolutely ridiculous, they say. He needs to be held accountable for the crimes he's committed. Okay, they're dumbasses. He was. He was held accountable for the alleged crimes and found not guilty.
Not guilty.
Weird how that whole thing works. How is the law letting a murderer roam freely? Well, see, he's not a murderer. He shot them in self-defense. When did our society get to a point like this? We, the students of Arizona State University, refuse to welcome a murderer onto our campus. Oh, my ball fell off. Sorry. I think
you gotta
hold on a
that.
second. I have Omicron. As long as the other 2 don't fall off, I'm good. ASU should be a safe and inclusive place for all students, which will be disrupted if Kyle Rittenhouse is allowed to attend this school. Let us remember the victims that were shot by Kyle Rittenhouse. Joseph Rosenbaum. You know, pedophile of little boys. Anal rape of little boys. But what's the biggie? Anthony Huber. I believe he was another felon who just got off on choking women and holding them against their will. That'd be called kidnapping. And Gage Gross Credit. Bicepless Boy, who also brought a gun illegally. If you really want to get into technicalities, he's the one who broke the law by bringing a gun to the protest without a permit.
Correct.
Did you have a permit at the time? Yes. Was it active? No. Huh. Rosenbaum and Huber were killed that night. Grosskreutz was shot in the arm from a really close distance. Did they have a 5th grader write this? These are college students. Bicepless Boy shot in the arm from a really close distance. Technically, it wasn't really close. He was probably, 3-4 feet away? Close would be like, close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he's now missing 90% of his bicep, and he has to live in excruciating pain for the rest of his life. You see, what we call that is a reminder not to F with people who have a gun.
And don't point guns at people.
Right.
Lest you get shot yourself.
This is he found out, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
He found out, F around and find out.
Right.
That's what he found out.
These victims deserve justice. Kyle Rittenhouse should pay for his crimes. Unbelievable.
Kyle Rittenhouse didn't commit any crimes. These people are idiots. They should go crawl back under the rock that they came out from under and stay there. And I guarantee you, who was it that says that? Pure Blood Whiskey says, I bet someone from the ASU administration is also pushing, not just the students. So
right.
Would make sense, yes.
Wait, okay, this is weird. What did I say? How many had signed? I said 828, right?
Yeah.
Now it's back down to 815. Now 816, 817, 818. Okay, what if you like refresh?
Are you refreshing the screen on the change.org?
I just did. Now it says 811, 812, 814.
Are those people listening to us going,
no, I think what they must do is
remove my signature.
That must be a little algorithm that
how many people are looking at the
or it makes it look like, oh, people are signing it right now.
Yeah.
That must be what they mean. Strangely, they don't have the list of people who've signed. And there is an opt-in. So when you sign it, it says, display my name and comment on this petition.
Ooh, those ought to be good.
Well, but there's nowhere are they listed. Interesting.
Pretty sure no petition will overrule the courts. However,
there's dumber things have happened in this.
Let's see, what did he say here? Where did Squatching Duck go? Everyone who signed that letter and or petition should be forced to sit and watch the entire trial and view all evidence, including videos. Wouldn't make a difference. It would not make a difference.
No, it wouldn't. And it's funny to watch and I say funny, it's in the ironic sense, to watch the people online who say they watched the trial and couldn't understand how he was found not guilty.
Correct.
So you're
Means
either
they did not watch the
right.
trial.
They either didn't watch it or they're dumber than a ball of duct tape, which is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Dr. Free Range Prisoner Kyle Rittenhouse is not guilty of murder. OJ too.
Yep.
Funny how they don't want to look at at that one. Nobody wants to re-examine the OJ situation. That way, then you're racist.
OJ was not guilty of murder.
That's true.
That's the way it goes. Whether you like it or not, whether your little feelings are hurt or not.
You know the only Jew who won the Heisman? Ron Goldman's dad. Because he got the Heisman Trophy from OJ. And good for him. Pure Blood Whiskey. I bet that someone from the ASU administration, pushing for Rittenhouse. Is there an echo in here? Tata's Tuesday. Is it not? It's not Tata's Tuesday.
No. But double D's are better than double demands.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Are they? I mean, at some point you reach diminishing returns, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's
good job.
Well, we know that they're sturdy. I was trying to make it a better display. If you would like to name the episode, be considered in the running to name the episode, you can tweet it. You can put it up in the Facebook chat room, just 5 words or less, something like that, and try not to cuss. I mean, I enjoy good cussing every now and then myself, but they just don't seem to like it when we put stuff like that over on Stitcher. See in the Facebook chat room, not to ignore y'all. Jamie Christopher, Kyle was an MK Ultra plant crisis actor from Sandy Hook.
Kyle was?
Rittenhouse? Was he? Okay, so, yeah, the pedo, you're right.
Wait, that was Jamie, wasn't it?
That was Jamie. Wait, what does that mean?
No, I was just...
that was Jamie, wasn't it? For those of you the program, there is a whole cast of characters behind the scenes here at the Daily Mojo, and they are quite the cast of characters. You will get to know them if you hang around. We ask that you give us at least 6 months before you decide whether you like us. Limbaugh only asked for, 30 days? And see, that was a cheap ploy because he knew that if you did something for 30 days, it likely became a habit. We asked for 6 months because by that point, it's kind of like it's Stockholm syndrome at that point. And whether or not you agree with us, you're like, okay, these people are pathetic. We just need to, they deserve some help. So we know, and we don't claim that 30 days is going to make you change a habit. We say 6 months, all the way. Again, naming the episode, your choice, 5-6 words, no cussing, etc., etc., etc. If you haven't yet ordered your American Pride Roasters coffee for the holidays, what are you waiting for? AmericanPrideRoasters.com. They have the entire jolly old elf himself right there up on the front page. Christmas is right around the corner. Our official cutoff for Christmas orders, December 15th. We strongly encourage ordering during the first week of December if your order will be under £6. Those orders ship via USPS. Today is, in fact, there are 2 more days in the month of November. Tomorrow and Wednesday, that's it. Tomorrow, that's it.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Son of a. Who took the extra day away from November?
Son of a.
Who took the 31st of November away?
It's been, what?
Since when?
Come on, dude.
Last year, there were 31 days in November.
No, there was not.
Oh, yeah, there were.
How do you figure that?
It's Mandela effect.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure of it.
There's never been 31 days.
There was last year.
There
were 31 days last year.
Oh, my God.
I don't care what the calendar says. There were 31 days in November last year. So start ordering the first week of December, which begins this Wednesday. Wednesday for AmericanPrideRoasters.com. You know you want it. Look how you're dressed. Still off the California coast, the ship pileup is piling up. 93 ships are awaiting. They have a new queue system. They implemented a new queuing system off. What do you want to bet this is to make it look like there aren't as many? So the logjam hit a peak of 86 container ships offshore on November 16th. This is according to data from the Marine Exchange of Southern California. A week later, it was a mere 61, the lowest since early October. Problem solved? Not so much. The waiting container ships are still out there, more of them than ever. It's just that more are over the horizon where you can't see them, thanks to the successful implementation of a new queuing system.
Oh, my God.
Does this have Pete Buttigieg's name all over it or what? Out of sight, out of mind. So the overall flow of container ships and big picture backup has not changed, acknowledged Marine Exchange of Southern California Executive Director Kip Lutit.
Possibly. Kip grew up with a rough time.
Yes, Kip was beaten up a lot, I would imagine. If you include all of the container ships physically at anchor, plus the ships in holding patterns within 40 miles of the ports, which were counted in the previous
What are we at now? Do we have a number?
Plus all the ships waiting further afield that are now technically in the queue under the new system, then 93 container vessels were waiting for berths at L.A. Long Beach on Tuesday. Oh, this has got government written all over it.
All over it.
So it's a new queuing system. So, hey, we've dropped down. The number has dropped from 86 to 61, but not really. It's actually gone from 86 to 93. The new queuing system was designed to sharply reduce the number of container vessels waiting just offshore of L.A. Long Beach, with the stated goal of cutting harmful emissions and enhancing safety during the winter months by spacing out the ships. Of course. A more cynical view has emerged that an unstated goal is to erase a politically nettlesome photo op, attention-grabbing imagery of idle container ships stretching off. Why does anybody believe anything the government says at this point? The new plan is entirely voluntary, and it encourages ships to operate outside of a safety and air quality area.
If I was the ship's captain, I'd be like it at my previous port going, tell you what, you just call me when you're ready for me. I'm not leaving and sitting my ass out in the ocean for freaking a month at a time. Just call me when you're ready.
So this new safety and air quality area, otherwise known as a SACA, extends 150 miles to the west of the ports and 50 miles to the north and south. Ships do not have to ask permission to enter the SACA and are encouraged to enter the SACA if they need to refuel, have concerns over safety, or have a berth assignment within 70.
You know they're out there going, this suckers.
What?
What the hell? This sucks. Let's enter the suck.
This story
sucker.
This story gets better the more I read. By year end, the hope is to reduce the number of ships.
How do they spell sucker?
SAQA.
SUCKER.
That'd be sucky.
That's
Yes,
sucker.
sucker. I'm gonna get you, sucker. I can't believe this. For the past 100 years, container
no one
ships.
Will know. That's what they say. No one will know.
Number of ships is down. Don't sweat it.
No one will know.
No one's
You're
gonna
all
notice.
entering the suck. No one will know.
This is from freightwaves.com. So this is like an industry website. So they're like, these people running this country are dumbasses. They are dumber than stupid. So now, no need to worry. Number of ships is down. If you can't see them, don't even think about them. We're in the sucker zone.
In the sucker.
This is so 2021. More on the way.
A free exchange of ideas. Mojo 50.
The HoloNet.
Oh, I don't have a rim shot set up on. Oh, I
Sucker
did.
zone.
Clear.
Sucker.
You sucker.
Man, that is just so government.
Every prostitute known to man run into the sucker zone.
Wow.
You get a sucker.
You get a sucker. You get a sucker.
If you know, you know. That's that.
That's right.
You see those TikToks? No one will know. Nobody will know. No one will know.
Nobody's gonna know.
That's what Buttigieg is saying right now.
Right.
No one's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna notice.
Never has a film moved so many and touched so deeply.
Oh.
Okay.
We're playing, and I don't even know what the hell that ends up as. Unbelievable. They've changed the method by which they count them. Of course they have. Why didn't I think of that? Jiminy Christmas. That is so effing stupid. Stinky Biscuit, you might be right. There's a good chance Rittenhouse could own ASU after this. Well, no, it's because it's a student petition, and so the university technically isn't behind it.
Correct.
Technically. Yeah. Right.
800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The Daily Mojo.
3 biggest lies. The check's in the mail. I won't.
Yeah, in your mouth.
Right.
Okay.
And the number of ships off the California coast is going down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think you do. Beaver73 says maybe ASU should educate their students. Oh, wait, they think educating means indoctrination. Indeed. Our newest sponsor, please give it up for the latest movie. Maybe a little old. We may be a little late getting to it, but at least it's here now.
Never has a film moved so many and touched so deeply.
Right.
United Artists is proud to present I am going to get you, sucker. A captivating story.
Yo, baby, hold it. That ain't it. It's I'm gonna get you, sucker. Yes. And it's the story of the brothers' fight. Yes. Against Mr. Big. Yes. Well. Let's get that sucker. First. It's about action, bravery.
I'm a soldier, man. I've been trained for combat.
Romance.
12 inches.
And danger. If y'all step on my bunny, I'll kill both of you. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Let's get that sucker. It's the good guys.
Remember that movie?
Bad guys.
Dude.
Oh, how come their guns are so much bigger than ours? It's a phallic thing. I don't know.
Good girls against the bad guys.
You must got the devil in you.
No. And it's bad guys against the bad guys.
Now, you boys can leave either through the window or the stairs.
We gonna take the stairs. Yeah, we'll take the stairs.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
You know what I mean, brother? Well, actually, I don't. You know, I didn't grow up around blacks.
Was this the Wayans brothers? I think it was.
Dad was a lawyer. My mom was a doctor.
Because that's David Allen Greer right there.
Chump.
I mean, it's no Pootie Tang, but it's close.
Get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. By the way, thank you,
Yeah, this
Beaver.
was Keenan Ivory Wayans' directorial debut, 1988.
Yeah, that's going back a ways. That is going back
They call it blaxploitation.
No, that was back in the 70s. Oh, blaxploitation parody. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the stuff in the 70s was blaxploitation. Want to thank Beaver for this one, and who doesn't like to thank the Beaver occasionally? I'd give her a big kiss. She's right here, right now.
Yep.
Hashtag kiss the Beaver. In Germany, this is from National Review. In Germany, you must be fully vaxxed before what, Ron? Let's make this a fun guessing game.
Before having sex.
Nice, but no. Want to try again?
You must be fully vaxxed before giving birth.
Nice, but no. But you were very close. You give up?
Give up.
You must be fully vaxxed before your death by assisted suicide.
Oh, what?
Yes.
That doesn't make any damn sense whatsoever.
Welcome to the world, right? Germany allows suicide on demand, including assistance, as a fundamental constitutional right. But now you must be vaccinated against COVID before a euthanasia group will help you kill yourself. Here's the copy from The Spectator. As European countries battle to limit the spread of the virus, Verein Sterblehilfenfrieden. The German Euthanasia Association has issued a new directive declaring it will now only help those who have been vaccinated or recovered from the disease. In a statement, the association said, euthanasia and the preparatory examination of the voluntary responsibility of our members willing to die require human closeness. Yeah?
Yeah.
Human closeness, however, is a prerequisite and breeding ground for the coronavirus transmission, yeah? Yeah? Yeah. As of today, the 2G rule applies in our association, supplemented by situation-related measures such as COVID tests before enclosures in closed rooms. Would you like me to reread the last sentence? May have botched it. Just as of today,
encounters.
The 2G rule applies in our association, supplemented by situation-related measures such as quick tests before encounters in closed rooms. That's what they call suicide, close encounters in closed rooms. It's a fabulous German euphemism for assisted suicide. There's not much more you can say about that other than it is a freaking clown world out there, and it doesn't appear to be getting any better.
Nope.
You now have to be fully vaxxed before they will help you kill yourself in Germany. That, yeah. The transportation.gov Twitter account, that would be the U.S. Department of Transportation. That would be Pete Buttigieg. They put out a meme. Have you seen their meme?
Wait.
Yes. Waiting.
The TSA, you said, put out
No,
a
no, no.
meme?
The Department of Transportation.
Well, even the DOT, they put out a meme?
They put out a meme.
Okay,
Here's
what is the meme?
a meme that makes no sense. Or does it? I am going to retweet said meme.
Let's see it.
And I would like you to tell me what the F it means. Because memes
Here we go.
generally are funny.
What are you thinking about? Well, I'm thinking about how the new infrastructure law is going to make getting from place to place so much better over the next decade, and how when combined with the Build Back Better Act, it will create millions of new jobs. Same.
Isn't that a great meme? That is comedy right there. That is clever.
Oh my God.
That is clever. That is humorous. It's a chuckle fest. Yeah. That's
The Knights who say, "Nee," says the left can't meme.
No, they can't. They really, I mean, this
Evidently.
is Buddy Rich fixed it. First panel, what are you thinking about? Second panel, the same thing, Build Back Better, blah, 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 blah. And then the third panel, she responds, F off, you boot-looking statist. It's just, I don't even get it. I mean, is it? I don't know.
No.
I just don't get it. So, that's what the
I
story
wonder
over
if they look at us and go, well, you people just aren't going to get it. You're not smart enough.
Right, apparently so.
What?
I'm pleased to say I'm dumb enough not to understand this. Who wrote this piece? This is over at Chris Queen did it over at PJ Media. And Chris says, if you don't get it, it's okay. There's nothing to get other than the leftist talking point. I'm not sure what we're supposed to call the diametric opposite of comedy gold, but this is it. This meme is an affront to comedy. It's neither cute nor funny, and it's certainly not clever. There's no original thought to it whatsoever, and the only thing revelatory about it is how slavishly devoted the left always is to the narrative. In other words, this is in no way resembling comedy. Yes. They also, whoever developed this meme and posted it on the Department of Transportation's Twitter account should have his or her password privileges revoked. I almost picture Pete Buttigieg himself sitting in front of his copy of Photoshop, smiling smugly and saying to himself, "Oh, my friends are going to love this." It's beyond stupid. And just in case you missed it, on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, the president had a message for
I'm
you.
honored to welcome you for the first time as president to a Thanksgiving tradition here at the White House. It reminds us to have a little bit of fun and to always be grateful. Peanut butter and jelly were selected based on their temperament, appearance, and I suspect vaccination status. Yes.
Wait, what?
Peanut butter and jelly?
They were selected on their vaccination status?
And I suspect, he says, on their vaccination status.
Can we really
Do
joke
you
about the
vaccinate?
vaccine? And do turkeys get the vaccine?
Yeah.
I mean, is it too soon to joke about the vaccine when how many people have lost their job in this country because they chose not to get it? Even though it has now been banned. The OSHA mandate, that is, has been banned. That's the latest, by the way. It's been banned. Did you know that? It's done, in theory. The Labor Department's Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, has suspended enforcement of the Biden administration's COVID-19 vaccine mandate for private businesses. The announcement came shortly after a U.S. Appeals Court rejected challenge by the Biden administration and reaffirmed its decision to put on hold the mandate. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans stated in the opinion OSHA's mandate is staggeringly overbroad, ordered it to take no more steps to implement or enforce the mandate until further court order. So likely it is dead. Unless, of course, they find a way to manipulate the legal system, the justice system, and resurrect it. So again, is it too soon to be joking about, turkeys having the vaccine and being pardoned? Or are we overanalyzing the comedy? Or does there have to be comedy for us to overanalyze it? Because so far, this isn't funny.
And I suspect vaccination status. Yes, instead of getting basted, these two turkeys are getting boosted.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid, it's funny. That is so stupid, it's funny.
Selected based on their temperament, appearance, and I suspect vaccination status. Yes, instead of getting basted, these two turkeys are getting boosted.
Come on, that was kind of funny.
That was kind of
It was kind of funny, wasn't it? Kind of funny. No.
Yeah, sure. I love them talking to me like this. It's important to continue traditions like this, to remind us how from darkness there's light and hope and progress, and that's what this year's Thanksgiving, in my view, represents. And from the Biden family to yours, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and may God bless you all and get to the business of the party. Power vested in me as President of the United States, I pardon you. I pardon you this Thanksgiving. Go ahead, say something.
Do I got to say something else? Are they going to say something? Did they make the turkeys gobble?
Possibly.
That's what it sounded like. Is he going to say something?
Is he going to say something? That is the President of the United States. I don't. Tino, do they make My Pillows out of turkey feathers? I don't think they do, because it's, unless turkeys come with the foam feathers, because it's chopped up foam, right?
I think so.
Pretty sure it is. I don't think it's feathers, because you couldn't do feathers, because it's like, what don't you know? I've never cut my Pillow open. All I know is the damn thing feels good. I don't care why it feels good. It just feels good. You contemplate why other things that feel really good. Do you ever stop and think about that? No. Do you ever? You really want to get into those details? I don't think so. I don't think so. You just think, oh man, this feels really, really good. I wonder why. No, you just go, it feels damn good. I love it.
It feels damn good.
Yeah, it feels damn good. I want to keep.
You don't have to wonder why.
No, you just keep doing it because it feels good. Keep putting your head on that pillow because it feels good. It doesn't matter what's in there. I'm pretty certain it's not turkey feathers, though. But if you go to mypillow.com, it's not just the pillow you'll find, even though that pillow is guaranteed the most comfortable pillow that you will ever own. That got the, isn't that 25 year, was it 15, 25 year, 10-year guarantee?
I think it's 10.
10 years. So if you think year 8, man, this pillow sucks.
This pillow sucks.
Plus, it smells like sweat and regret and embarrassment. And I don't want it anymore. And I think you send it back, they'll send you another one. I mean, that's how crazy the people at MyPillow are. How do you make any money if people are just going to,
True that.
My pillow smells like urine and feces. And you send it back, and they'll send you another one. No questions asked. Only from MyPillow. I will tell you that after being on my feet yesterday, how many hours? Bent over. Not for a good reason. Well, technically it was a good reason. Trying to put the...
I started to say there's no way to get that any lower than it is for you to work on it, is there?
No,
not without taking it out of the truck.
No, that's true. So yeah, if you've been following the exploits of my off-air antics, I've been trying to get to the bottom of the problem created by rats and vermin, not Democrats, but true rats and vermin in the truck where they chew up your insulation on your wires. And I've been...
Where do you park that there was enough time for rats and vermin to get into your truck's engine and tear it up?
The living room? Are you kidding? They can get into your... If you hadn't noticed, rats and vermin live outside. Therefore, pretty much anywhere you park, you're outside most times.
But did it not bother them for your engine to be running at all?
I don't think they get up there when it's running. They get up in there after if you turned it off, it's warm. And this happens to a lot of cars. They get up underneath the intake manifold because the new design of these cars has this little cave underneath the intake manifold. And there's a space between the bottom of the intake and the top of the engine. Used to be sat right down there on it, but not anymore. So they get in there. It's nice and warm. They make a nest. They like to chew on your wiring. They cause your check engine light to come on. And again, the extent of the damage from this and other things probably would have been, I don't know, $3,000-$4,000 at the dealer or at any shop by the time you figure in the hours. So I'm out there standing on these my Apple boxes, which we'll talk about those at some later date. I know you can't wait. Bent over, and when I got done, when it got too dark, I came in and I put my pillow slippers on. You think sex is good?
It made a ton of difference, didn't it?
You think sex is good? I mean, I think sex is good with you, Ron.
Yeah, that's true.
It's better than sex with you. It is far better than sex with you. Huh. By the way, why do you have sex with someone and not to someone? Why do you have it? And why don't you do it? What? You know?
I don't know.
I don't either. It's one of those pet peeves. But I recommend if you are trying to find the perfect gift for someone, My Pillow, My Slippers, you can save 40% with the promo code Mojo50 at mypillow.com after you click on Radio Listener Specials. Don't slip and click on Television Specials. Bad idea. Click on Radio Listener Specials, and there, it's the one you can tell how it's different because it's not the picture of Mike Lindell without headphones. It's the picture of Mike Lindell with headphones. Radio, see?
Radio, yeah.
In case you didn't know. Promo code Mojo50, and you will get the great discount from mypillow.com. That I never did tell you the story of Motorcycle in a Box, did I?
I don't guess. What?
Motorcycle in a Box. So there was, oh gosh, this is 20 years ago. I got a great deal on like an old Honda motorcycle, like a 750. And it ran, but not well. And so as a project, I was going to, just take this all the way to the frame and paint it and rebuild it. And it was going to be bad to the bone. It was going to be, it was going to be the shizzle when I got done with it. So I started to take the motorcycle apart, and then the deeper I got into it, the more I realized, man, there are a lot of parts on here. And I've rebuilt engines here or there.
Yep.
Over the course of my long and storied life, but never taken apart a motorcycle. And so as I go deeper and deeper into this thing, I finally get down to the frame, and I've got all of these, those plastic milk crates.
Yes.
Square ones.
Yes.
You'd be surprised how much of a motorcycle will fit into like 3 of those. I mean, I think you can pretty much get an entire motorcycle, at least at that time, into those 3 milk crates.
The only other thing you'd have is just the frame.
Right. Well, and the tires, the rims.
Yeah.
But so I've got all of it taken apart, and then squirrel. And I don't know what took my attention away from it, but something did. And I like to think of it as the angel on my shoulder who somehow knew that if I did put that motorcycle ever back together, that it would not be a good thing, that bad things would happen. Therefore, said motorcycle became Motorcycle in a Box and ended up at the time, my father-in-law's barn. And then when he died, I think we threw it away.
Threw away the motorcycle in the box?
In a box.
Wow.
So, motorcycle in a box. And I'm just hoping that, it doesn't become truck in a box. Because I don't think I could fit all of the parts into like 3 milk crates. And I might.
If there ever comes a point where it's a lost cause,
right,
which I can't imagine it would for a truck, especially your truck.
Well,
your
if you have to know,
truck.
if you have to know how to put it back together, though, right? I mean,
well, then you just pay somebody to put it back together.
Here.
We have a lot of. I bet we have a lot of people on our listeners groups that could talk you through it over the phone.
All right, so now I've got in my head, it's this thing that looks like
just a couple of days of FaceTime. You got
it's got a couple of cylinder thingies on it with a black wire that comes off one end, and it looks like 4 holes. Where does this go? Because that's what it would end up being. Wish me luck.
You know who the best people are at talking someone over the phone? IT people.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 1-800-BITE
Not
me.
Nope, not car repairman.
Right. No, that would be
car repair people.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, IT people can talk people over the phone. Unfortunately, they don't know jack shit about trucks, so I can't help you.
Well, there's that. You could make a guess. It would be as good as mine. You take this thing off.
There you go.
Hey, it looks like it fits. It's kind of like Tetris. You just drop it in there and see where it lands, and maybe that's where it goes. I don't know. I know people have done dentistry.
Are you running? Or do you have one of those? What is it? Hilton, Hampton books catalog. What is it called?
You mean Chilton?
Chilton manuals. Dude, I rebuilt a Volkswagen.
Hilton catalogs?
I rebuilt a Volkswagen engine from a Chilton catalog.
Did you really?
Chilton manual, yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. So you did the whole thing? Did you tore it down and rebuilt it?
Tore it down and rebuilt it. That was probably 81, 82.
It is staggeringly amazing how much you can learn from YouTube.
Yeah.
You can learn just about anything. And
Sorry, I just got a text that said it'll be Brad in a box before it's truck in a box.
Some people think they're funny and they're not. Some people just think they're so funny. They're not. It's the last time I rebuilt an engine was
yeah, dude, you can get anything off of YouTube now.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
I rebuilt
if it's
an
not
engine.
there, you need to make it.
Right. Well, and it's the biggest difference between engines 40 years ago in 1981 and now is there's just a shit ton more hoses on them. And I mean a bunch. Back in 81, and and technically in 81 when I did it, it was a 67 Firebird. So technically we're looking at 55 years as far as engines are concerned.
Dude, we need to make a channel where we tear shit apart and then spend a lot of time trying to put it back together. And at the end of it, we go, well, F it, we can't do it.
That's not a bad idea.
People would watch that until we get to the end of it and then be all pissed off.
Yeah. I thought they were going to put it back together.
We just put it in a box and stick it in the garage.
Lawnmower in a box. From the people who brought you motorcycle in a box, it's all new lawnmower in a box.
Oh, yeah.
But wait.
That. We need to do it.
Truck in a box. Slightly larger shipping may apply. The most difficult thing is really just remembering where the pieces go. I mean, short of that, it's not all that big a deal.
After about the 5th piece you take off, then it's hard to remember how they all go back.
Well, no,
unless you wrote it down or something.
Well, it's the sequence, because if you put one thing on too soon and then put 4 other things on, it's like.
I vaguely recall when I was rebuilding that Volkswagen engine that we had to put some kind of ring on something, and it had to slide down the screwdriver. And if you missed and it went into the engine, we had to start all over again.
Yep.
Well, I'm like, what the hell is that?
What sort of a masochist designed this piece of crap engine? There are some things on there, and worst part is you realize that when they put the thing together, they had the advantage of not having it in the damn truck. It was sitting on, they could walk
on a table.
Yes.
They were comfortable sitting in their chairs, their recliners.
They could walk all the way around the damn thing. They could get to every little bolt without having to squash your big fat paw between a firewall on the back of the cylinder head and try to thread a nut that does not want to thread because God knows what's in the hole. Because I certainly don't. You can't even see it. It doesn't matter how small a camera you have. You just have to keep feeling, keep twisting, and hopefully it eventually, it eventually goes in.
Here, I'll get all these.
Thank you.
There you go.
I think it's an ironic turn of events that the show is apart and we don't have time to put it back together.
That's right.
What do you mean it's let's go?
That is it. 2 hours of show in a box.
You start that.
You're never getting it back again for November 29th, the year of our Lord 2021. And I still want to know who stole the 31st, because I'm telling you, it was there last year. Let's see if any of the lessons stuck this time around. Oblivion Flickering, show title, Omicronic. Tranche tooth.
Tranche. Yeah.
Sorry. Take two. See, the Night Shoe saying, new YouTube channel, Mojo Motorsports with Real Brad Staggs and Real Ron Phillips.
There you go, Mojo Motorsports.
That would be fun, would it not?
Truck in a box, ball in a cup, a new cutting board from Omika Designs, Christmas complete.
See?
Pickle squirrel.
We
There
can
you
take
go.
the rest of the month off. That would be only tomorrow. Toby McAvoy, yes, IT people can provide advice over the phone. Sometimes we simply help callers solve their own problems by making them talk it out.
Talk it out. That's exactly what it is.
My favorite from a friend who used to work at Dell product support, he says they call in, the problem, and the first thing we did was we'd put them on hold. Click, click, please hold. Click, click.
Has anybody ever heard of the problem where you can't do the thing with the what's a maggot? No? All right.
Yes, sir. Hold on one second. I'm checking another couple of resources. Please hold.
All right, who should I talk to?
And then he said, and then if that didn't work, it was eternal hold.
Yep.
And that always
Until they
worked.
hung up.
Yes. Yeah. It's nice to know that they're out there looking out for us. Let's see. Over in the Facebook chat room, Jamie says, it's all a show. Get your popcorn and enjoy the show.
There you go.
Right? Exactly. Alan Trotter. Did you already read that one? But Alan's getting smart. He's putting him in both places.
Yeah, there you go.
If you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. Omicron chin balls and broken truck chin balls. Where did we get chin balls?
I don't know. Chin ball.
He's a ball chinian, Kay. Look out. It would be the ball drop. It'd be the ball dropping followed by
That's
the
true. Yep.
poof. You don't ever want to hear the poof. And we didn't even get to ABBA. Coming up across most of these Mojo 50 radio stations is an encore.
Radio maintenance. We're going to do a little bit
That's
of
what I
maintenance
just
real
said.
quick.
And if you've never heard radio maintenance,
Radio station maintenance for about 5 minutes.
Gee, it is the most fascinating thing you'll ever hear in your life. Your Daily Mojo, in the meantime, made possible by Real Ron Phillips, whatever the hell he does over there. Remember, the smallest minority on earth is the individual. You're now a Time Lord.
Thank you.
Those who deny individual rights cannot claim to be defenders of minorities. Sic separatus and resist stupid. Good luck with that one. Good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are.
No bell count today. Suck it up, people.
Clear.
Say goodbye to the kids.